Hello there, this is Software Sensei and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, let's look at constant variables in JS. If you watch my couple of videos back, we talked about different types of variables. In this example here, there's the let function and var and const. Right now, we'll be focusing on const variables and how it works. What is const variable? Is a variable that cannot be initialized or changed. So I'm going to demonstrate to you on how const variable work. Let's use an example for a circumference. So let pi, we will call it pi, equals to, let's say, 3.14159. So we'll be rounding to the nearest two decimal place. Yeah, two decimal place sounds okay. 3.14. Let's use a declaration format. So let radius, and we'll use the circumference. Let's conference. Let's call the user to work out the radius. So put radius as a variable and window prompt, and we use with string. So calculate the radius of the circle. There we go. So now next we use the circumference variable, and the equation for the circumference is 2, multiply that by pi, which is using the asterisk, and also by the radius. So then let's use console.log, then the circumference. Right, so let's calculate the radius. So refresh 3 and click OK. And just inspect the element. And yeah, there we go. Now here is the circumference. Notice here you have the two decimal place and as well as the full value. Now this time let's introduce to const. So we use const, and this time when you define the variable you always use upper cases. So const pi, and we'll call it 3.1459. There we go, 159. And so if I can change from this to this using the cap locks on the const, if I can use this one in the capital letters in the cases or in all caps, then I can work out the circumference properly. Okay, so let's say 10, and yes, it will show you the number here because you define this one as const, and pi is all in up capital cases compared to let where it's like lower cases. And yes, it will show you the number here because you define this one as const, and pi is all in up capital cases compared to let where it's like lower cases. Also, it can use as a string and as well as a value, but let can only get a number as well. So let's replace this one as pi. That will work. Let's call it 10. Yeah, it's still the same, but it's just a few bits of changes on the const. Okay, so call it 10. Yeah, so this one here, it gives you a different number once I have defined a different value. And also it could be a string, so let's say pi. So let's calculate the radius, call it 3. Yeah, so I don't think it'll send you a value for when you calculate through the string, but only in this example here, you can only use a value. So this was me demonstrating const variables. Let's look more const variables in my next video. I'm going to wrap up this video today. This was me explaining about const variables. We'll look more into in my next part 2 video. So stay tuned for that. Please hit a like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a video. This will be in soft sen or soft sensei. I'm out. Peace.